Hey, what's up, everybody? It's 9 minutes with me, Mike Lindsley, IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. Thanks for jumping on board. All a part of the ML Sports Platter. We are brought to you by Axe Exotic Pets. Make sure you go to Axe Exotic Pets. If you're in and around the Central New York area, you're coming in from a long distance, it's worth the drive. They've got the exclusive high-end pets, exotic pets, snakes, turtles, you name it. They've got all kinds of awesome birds, and they will send them all over the country. So Axe Exotic Pets, a proud sponsor of the ML Sports Platter. Also, we are brought to you by your State Farm agent, Matt Graham. Get a free rate quote today. And last but not least here for the intro, we are brought to you by Bryant and Stratton College. Visit bscbobcats.com for the upcoming sports calendar this fall and winter. I want to get into the LA Dodgers. This team makes me crazy. In fact, not only do they make me crazy because they've had a high payroll over the last several years, but they make me crazy because apparently baseball people just don't pay attention to the LA Dodgers' payroll. Sure, we all pretty much know what it is. We know what it's been in the last 5 or 6 years since Magic Johnson and company took over. But do we really talk about it enough? No. Do the national media people step up to the plate and write a column when the Dodgers lose a World Series, choking like dogs last year like they did against Houston, and talk about the payroll? No. I mean, the New York Yankees, when they were a dynasty from 96 to 01, the amount of columns and bullshit that I had to read about the New York Yankees being the highest payroll team and they buy everybody and this and that, and they've got multiple people and that. Hold on. From 96 to 01, do you realize that you might only have 2 Hall of Famers and those teams, and they're probably, going to be first ballot. Well, they're definitely going to be first ballot the next 2 years in Cooperstown, in Rivera and Jeter, respectively. But it was always about the money. It was never about the big 5, not the core 4, but the big 5. Andy Pettitte, Bernie Williams, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter. It's never about the big 5 there. It was never about Gene Michaels saving the franchise when George Steinbrenner was in jail, trying to dig up dirt on Dave Winfield with the Goomba, Howard Spira. It was never about the homegrown guys. It was never about the intelligence of Gene Michael or the intelligence of Bob Watson. It was never about how nobody else wanted Scott Brocious, but the Yankees took him. It was never about trades like David Justice, who they acquired for Jake Westbrook. It was never Eric Milton for Chuck Knobloch. I didn't see anybody else trading away those prospects and knowing what the hell was going on, taking a shot at trading a 5-tool player in Roberto Kelly for Paul O'Neill, who we didn't know how he was going to react to New York. He ends up being a warrior for the New York Yankees for about 9 years. No. It was always about the payroll. It was never about the bulldog mentality of guys, lesser names like David Cohn, Jimmy Key. It was never about the bullpen, the strategic awareness of Joe Torre, the buttons pushed. It was never about picking up veteran players, role players, Cecil Fielder, Darryl Strawberry, Ricky Leday, Shane Spencer. You take a look at other players they picked up throughout the course of time. Luis Sojo. It was always about Jose Vizcaino. It was always about payroll. Well, let's fast forward to 2018. I am so sick and tired of the Los Angeles Dodgers being the payroll team. Where are the columns about the LA Dodgers ruining baseball like the Yankees used to? When the Yankees were playing within the framework of the rules, when the Yankees were winning World Series, there wasn't a salary cap. Now there's actually revenue sharing, and the LA friggin' Dodgers have blown through the revenue sharing threshold. This team's payroll has been over $220 million the last several years, over 240. This year, it's over 265, for Christ's sake. And then they just added more at the trade deadline by getting Brian Dozier of the Twins and Manny Machado from the Baltimore Orioles. They added a top 5 player in Major League Baseball when he's healthy, all-around player in Manny Machado. Where is the uproar about the LA Dodgers ruining baseball, about stockpiling the roster? Isn't this the Golden State Warriors of baseball? It absolutely is. The Kevin Durant of this team is Manny Machado. The Klay Thompson of this team is Justin Turner. The Steph Curry of this team could very well be Cody Bellinger or Yasiel Puig. The Draymond Green of this team, actually, there you go. That's Yasiel Puig right there. Oh, and wait a minute. I haven't even talked about the bullpen. I haven't even talked about the starting rotation, where they've got 6 guys who can go out there and throw all the time. Clayton Kershaw, still regarded by many as the best in the game. Kenley Jensen is regarded by many as the best closer in the game. The LA Dodgers payroll is absolutely positively into the next stratosphere. They have $100 million nearly spent more than the New York Yankees. They have $30 million more than the Boston Red Sox. They have many, many millions of dollars more than every other team. When you look at the Oakland Athletics, the LA Dodgers have 7 times the payroll that the Oakland Athletics have. Remember when the Yankees used to beat the A's every single time in the playoffs, or beat the Mariners? Well, and the graphic would come up on Fox Sports. The graphic would come up wherever the heck the playoff games were. Look at the payroll disparity of the Oakland A's and the New York Yankees. Oh my goodness. And Billy Beane coming out and crying and moaning like a little baby, bitching about the Yankee payroll. Look at the gap in payroll. Well, why don't we start now, fast forward to 2018 with the LA Dodgers payroll? Why don't we start to talk about the gap between the LA Dodgers and the Miami Marlins when those teams play? How about in the postseason, if the Pirates make it, that we look at the payroll between the Pirates and the LA Dodgers? Oh, wait, let's look at the payroll between the Padres and Dodgers on regular season levels when the Padres play them 19 times a year. Oh, no. Nobody's going to do that. Where are all the LA people writing about the big-time payroll? Where's Buster Olney? Where's Tim Kirkchin? Where is Ken Rosenthal? Where's Brian Kenny? Where's Jason Stark? Where's all the national media people talking about the LA Dodgers? Instead of them having a high payroll and saying that the time is now, the window is going to close, you guys have spent well over $1.5 billion since 2013, have nothing to show for it. Yes, you won a National League pennant last year. Congratulations. You've had $220 to $275 million in payroll to play with. The best pitcher in the game in Clayton Kershaw, arguably the best closer in the game, arguably the best lineup. You've had an unbelievable farm system. You have Cody Bellinger, you have Justin Turner, you have Yasiel Puig. You spent millions upon millions of dollars scouting internationally in the Dominican and Cuba. And oh, wait, here we go. You have Yasiel Puig. And by the way, they went out and got Manny Machado because Corey Seager's out for the year at shortstop. The Dodgers went out and did that because they have the money. They went out and made every possible move at the deadline instead of all this praise about, wow, the Dodgers, what a move here, what a move there, amazing stuff. Boy, Magic Johnson, they are so committed to winning. They are so strategic. Andrew Friedman, my goodness, his team is so unbelievable. It's a rah-rah effect for the LA Dodgers. I'm sick and tired of the LA Dodgers. I'm sick and tired of them going to the postseason all the time and choking like dogs. This team has $220 to $270 million in payroll. It is time to put up or shut up in terms of the LA Dodgers. I want national media people to start crucifying this LA Dodgers team if they don't win the World Series this year. I have had enough of the LA Dodgers. I've had enough of the payroll. I've had enough of the players. I've had enough of the slurping on the national side. I've had enough of the stuff coming out of LA in terms of what a great organization and awesome locker room this is. This team hasn't won a freaking World Series since I was 9 years old in 1988 when Kirk Gibson had that unbelievable home run against Dennis Eckersley. You've got to be kidding me with the LA Dodgers. $270+ million. Hopefully it's enough this year, guys. Go win a World Series and then tell me how great the LA Dodgers really are. 9 Minutes with Mike Lindsley right here, YouTube, Facebook, and IGTV. Hit me on Twitter at Mike L Sports and get me on Instagram, Mike L Sports 1979. Also visit pinstripepassion.com for my Yankees and baseball commentary. And oh, by the way, download my podcast. It's called the ML Sports Platter. We are nearing 30,000 listens. Can't wait to get there. Share it, leave feedback, debate, do whatever you can. ML Sports Platter available via iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play Music. We are brought to you by Brian Conboy of Mass Mutual, New York State. Tax-efficient retirement planning. Go with Brian Conboy like I did. Put money away today and benefit tomorrow. We're also brought to you by Wagurski Law Firm, Timberbanks Golf Club, and the Phoenix Sports Restaurant. Thanks so much for following the ML Sports Platter. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.